The Heartbreaker, there he is himself. You're looking at him. It's Brandon Figueroa, March 4th on Showtime for an interim featherweight title. Mark Magsayo in your future. Brandon, great to chat with you, man. Ahead of such a great fight. But I don't feel like this was the fight you thought you were getting. Tell me your side of the story here on this one.
Yeah, Heyman called me saying if I wanted the rematch. I mean, I've been saying I wanted the rematch ever since the fight. But I think that's when the news came that Inoue was moving up. I mean, it's all business at the end of the day. I understand it, and I mean, I know that's a fight to make with Inoue and Fulton. So I mean, I don't care. I just feel like uh, we'll eventually meet in the future. It doesn't have to be now. I mean, I'm patient. I'll wait my turn right now. My mission is the man in front of me, and is to win more titles at 126. That's my main objective, and I'm in a rush. I'm in a rush to fight Fulton. I mean, I'm at 126. I'll wait for him here. I'm sure he's gonna move up eventually. So I know that fight will be made, and yeah, I mean, I know it's just a matter of time. Maybe later this year, early next year. I mean, it just depends on whenever they want to fight. I mean, I was ready. I've been ready. And yeah, but March 4th is Mark Magsayo, and yeah, first I got to take him down.
Yeah, I can't wait for this fight. It's so good that it almost pains me to bring up the Fulton stuff. But what is your take on Stephen Fulton Jr.'s decision to chase the bantamweight king, the pound for pound number one, based on how you're voting here, Inoue, and go in that direction? Do you respect it? How did you sort of receive that side of it?
Yeah, I mean, I understand. I understand that. I mean, he has a belt at 122. Inouye's moving up, so why not? I mean, I understand it's business. He wants to be great. Inoue wants to be great. We all want to be great. And if you're not in the sport to be great to fight the best, then I don't know why you're in the sport. And yeah, I mean, I respect it. I mean, I understand that he has a job to do, and he wants to leave his mark at 122, and I can't say nothing about that. I know that eventually he'll move up to 126, and that'll be even a bigger fight to be made. So yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's just a matter of time until that fight happens.
Do you watch the first fight with Stephen Fulton on the regular? Because as a boxing fan, all of us, I mean, it's one of our favorite fights. It was wild, but it didn't go your way. And man, it could have been a coin flip fight. Is this a fight that you revisit often?
Yeah, and no, I mean, I understand that. I mean, the fights already happened. I just got to learn from it, and got to keep moving forward and use what I learned from that fight and everything that I do now. And I know that come March 4th, you guys will see a different Brandon, and I just can't wait. I just can't wait to go out there and do what I do best, which is just fight. I mean, I love fighting. I love getting in there. I love mixing it up and
Well,
and getting rugged.
I wanted to ask you specifically on that. Look, your older brother Omar has made some classic fights in his run. You make great fights. How proud are you with what you and Stephen Fulton were able to do, even though you didn't get the win?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's just, I mean, just amazing fights, man. I mean, that's what every boxer fanatic, even the boxers themselves, we love to see great fights. It doesn't have to be if it's us or if it's other boxers. I mean, we're just happy to see and witness a great fight. So we're all in this to be great, and we're all in this to leave a mark. And if we can leave fights like that for people to watch, then shit. I mean, I'm pretty sure every boxer would love to do that.
All right. You make great fights on the regular. So does Mark Magsayo now in this new division for you. So when you look ahead to March 4th, interim title on the line, I mean, this is going to say a lot about where you're going, because obviously coming off of that Fulton loss, you made a big statement in your debut at 126. And I don't want to say you look like a different fighter. You're always an aggressive pressure fighter. I don't know, something about the new weight class, man. Your shots made him move. Did it feel different for you at all moving up in weight?
Oh yes, of course. I mean, you're talking about 5'9". I've been fighting at 122 since high school. If I think about it, and my body's growing. I'm getting bigger. I'm maturing. I'm 26 now. I'm not a little boy anymore. I'm a man now. So definitely, I feel my muscle mass increase. Everything. I just getting stronger. And yeah, I just can't wait to put it all together. Preparation has been amazing. Sparring has been amazing. I'm feeling super strong, sharp, quick, fast. Everything that I've been working on in the gym has been working out for me. So I just can't wait to put it all together.
Well, we used to think of you, and maybe we just saw, so in some way we saw your brother have great success before you. You fought a lot like him. It's just sort of like, oh, it's another version of him. But I wanted to say we think of you as an aggressive volume puncher who gets inside. But I saw the Luis Neri fight in person. I watched that great brawl with Fulton into the big knockout in your featherweight debut. Are you a puncher? Do you feel like do you carry yourself like a puncher? Should people be calling you more of a finisher when they scout you?
Yeah. I mean, I guess I feel like a lot of people underestimate me. That's why. But I know in this weight division, I'm able to showcase more power. I know in the 122, it was a little bit more harder, like I said, because I was 5'9", making 122. It was a little draining. But other than that, I feel like at 126, I will showcase a lot more power and a more explosiveness for sure. So you guys, I mean, I know I showcased a little bit with Carlos Castro, but I feel like the best is yet to come. I'm getting more comfortable in this weight class, and I feel like I've matured in it pretty good. So, like I said, it's just a matter of time for me to just put it all together and showcase my skills come March 4th.
You're in a boxing family between your brother, your sister's your strength and conditioning coach, your dad's the trainer. Was it ever like not an option, or was it ever not part of the plan? Did you feel like you were going to become a boxer from the very beginning?
Yeah. I mean, I wanted that's all I wanted to be. Was a boxer. I just wanted to fight, become a world champion, fight in TV fights. Everyone always wanted to be a doctor, police, fireman, just the basic stuff. But I just wanted to be a boxer. I remember I wrote a book about it too, drawing pictures of me fighting in TV. I talked about Oscar, Shane Mosley, and you're talking about. I mean, I was in fourth grade, so I mean, my dream was just to be a boxer and be a world champion, and I was able to achieve that. So now, as a 26-year-old, I have bigger dreams, bigger goals, and now I want to, I want to take over boxing. I want to leave my mark, and I want to, really showcase my talent.
I mean, if there's a calling card of the Figueroa family, though, I mean, tough as nails, but in shape, ready to go the long haul. Was that part of the plan from the beginning, or is that just a byproduct of the passion for the sport in your family? But it feels like you guys are in better shape than everybody.
Yeah, I mean, it's just hard work. I mean, I knew that hard work beats talent. I knew that. I mean, you're talking about I'm fighting guys that have over 400 amateur fights. I think I've only had like 60. So compare that to these guys that already have a big advantage over me, because I didn't really fight amateur. I had more of a pro style growing up. But I just knew hard work beats talent, and I knew that one day I was eventually gonna catch up with these guys. And I mean, it's been working for me now. I mean, just hard work. I bust my ass every day in the gym. No matter what I do, I'm always working. I'm always grinding. I'm always trying to outwork you. And I feel like I've been doing that ever since I was small. I knew I had a big disadvantage due to the fact that I never really fought amateur, but I feel like my hard work speaks for itself.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you've been able to use it almost as a weapon inside the ring, along with your boxing ability and your power. So when you look at Magsayo, and we saw him lose the world title he won from Gary Russell against Ray Vargas, but he was in that fight. He's always hungry and aggressive. How do you sort of scout what type of challenge you're up against here?
Yeah, I just gotta see how he comes in the first moments of the first 3 rounds. But I know he's gonna come fast, hard, the first 4 or 5 rounds, and I just gotta be patient. Gotta be patient. Gotta use my abilities, box him a little bit, frustrate him, pick at the body, and then whenever I feel fit, is just work on the inside, go to the inside, work the body, and break him down.
I'm sure you've heard people through the years, because you've such a tall frame, but you fight on the inside. You've had so much success that are people still saying, hey man, you should probably box from the outside and use that jab more. I mean, your style works. So is there any need for you to mix in different elements and sometimes be a more classic boxer?
Yeah, of course. That's something that we always worked on. Is always improving. Always, if I can box, brawl, lefty, righty, power in both hands. I mean, why not? I mean, I got to give my opponents, different angles, different punches. You always got to keep my opponents thinking. I can't be a one-dimensional fighter. and I gotta be different every time. I gotta confuse my opponents, and I gotta mix it up every time.
Do you think Stephen Fulton defeats Inoue if they fight this spring?
I wish him the best. I wish him the best. Hope he does. But it's gonna be a tough fight. It's gonna be a really, really, really good fight, and I mean, I'm sure gonna watch it. When he comes to fight, like I said, he's probably one of the most dangerous fighters right now. But I feel like Stephen Fulton has enough what it takes to beat him. But like I said, it's just how they both prepare for that fight. They both got to prepare 110%. They both want to come out with the victory.
You and Fulton, I don't really, I don't recall too much trash talk. It was always a gentlemanly, respectful type of rivalry. Is it still that way for you?
I mean, I have nothing against them. When it comes to fight, I know it's all business. Gotta get the fans hyped up. I'm not really into that talking stuff, Twitter fingers or none of that. I mean, I feel like I love to do my talking in the ring. I can care less about talking, but I know it helps build up the fight, causes more commotion. But at the end of the day, I mean, I respect every fighter. So like I said, I wish him nothing but the best, and I truly do hope that he wins and brings those belts back to America. And why not? Why not? I mean, I have nothing against any boxer. Any boxer that gets in the ring to me has earned my respect.
Yeah, for sure. Does a rematch with him have to be at featherweight if or when it happens?
Yeah, I mean, to make 122 for me right now is just I mean, I would really have to sacrifice my body. I mean, I look at my body now and it's so different. I mean, just so much more muscle mass. I'm growing and I'm getting stronger, and I feel like if I squeeze into 122, I would just be,
Sure.
losing all that power, losing all my strength, my abilities, and for no reason. So yeah.
Is it an easy make at 26, or do you just have such a big frame that I mean, I'm not even sure what weight class you could still fill out in, anyone you want. I mean, you could just keep on adding pounds.
Yeah, of course. That's the plan. It's been the plan since from the beginning is fight at the weight that I started fighting at, and then keep moving up. Let my body grow into to my divisions, and like I said, like I have a big frame, and I know once I gain a little bit muscle, I mean, I look bigger. So it's just a matter of I guess of preparation, and like I said, it's just yeah, just filling in and maturing body wise, muscle wise, and I'll be ready for anything.
All right, as we close here, March 4th, Showtime Championship Boxing, interim title at stake. Mark Magsayo, the former champion. This is going to be a good one, but will it be a great one? And I ask it to you like this because you love making action fights. It doesn't always fit the game plan at times, or sometimes you just overwhelm a guy and you get him out of there. Is this fight about just winning and moving on, or is the artist in you going, well, hey man, maybe we'll screw around and get another fight of the year under my belt?
I mean, I can't say, man. I mean, I'm just happy just to be in this position. I know it's gonna be a great fight, and I can't wait for it. That's one thing about me is that I don't back down for nothing. I mean, I'm here to fight. I'm here to make these exciting fights, and if I have the opportunity to make an exciting fight, then why not? But first off, I mean, I gotta see how the fight goes, and if it's working my way, if I'm boxing him from the outside and it's working out for me, then I'm gonna do so. But if I feel like if I'm more effective on the inside, then you already know where I'm going to be all night. Is riding his chest and just be breaking him down.
All right. Final question here. You've got great knockouts to the body. I mean, the Luis Neri shot, I was there and I didn't even see it land, and he's down. It was one of those perfect placement shots. Is there a spot? I mean, you always hear a left hook to the liver, you can turn a guy off. Is it one spot, or is it any spot with the right body shot hard enough?
It just depends how hard you hit. If you hit devastatingly hard, then any body shot. But if you're really precise and quick, if you have speed to your advantage, then any shot can be stinging. Any shot can just really put you down, especially to the left side, the liver, wherever the liver is located. That's if you want to get a guy down, you got to be quick about it, like boom, like a kind of like a whip. But I feel like if you hit hard enough, you can hurt a guy downstairs with any punch.
There we go. There we go. March 4th. Can't wait. Brandon Figueroa. Thank you, sir. Enjoy breaking hearts along the way. Let's see if you break another one inside that ring. Can't wait.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.